Welcome back to Enlightened Trading. I'm your host Conrad, and I give you another update on the stock market today. So, starting off, well, you can see this is my TradingView page, and if you don't already, you should definitely follow me there. I'm slowly but steadily, not too slowly. I'm steadily stacking posts here, updating very regularly or almost every day, but not exactly. So yeah, definitely make sure you are along for the ride, and leave a like and follow me on here if you don't want to miss out on key information. So, and this is my Instagram, so you should also definitely take a look at that and follow me there. I'm mostly posting some some memes, some trading memes, crypto trading related, whatever. So definitely, as I said, make sure to also leave a like and follow me over there. So, and of course, starting things off with the market and Tesla. Before I get into this, please make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe to my channel. Also comment and click that bell. So thank you very much. And yeah, this is Tesla. And today is a very green day for Tesla, at least for now. We had this consolidation, this blow off top here on here, and sadly for the bears, we consolidated, and we consolidated very nicely here around the highs. You can see we had a 9. No, we didn't have a 9. Oh, my bad. Okay, so we didn't have a 9. We are currently on the 7 on the 3-day chart, and yeah, we had a 9 on the weekly. That is what I meant to say. But currently, we again have a green 2 above a green 1 on the weekly chart. So this is basically bullish regarding the TI indicator sequential. Yet, I mean, you can see RSI here on the weekly up in the 94, up at 94. So this is extremely overbought, and I would not trade this. I would have traded it. I would have traded this out, this breakout here yesterday, moving above the highs. You can see it on a 4-hour chart. It was a bit choppy, and maybe in the hourly gets a bit more clear. But you can see we have sort of an ascending triangle forming, and then a bull flag, and yeah, a lot of gaps. Maybe these do have to get filled someday. So maybe this plays out a bit bigger, and we see Tesla consolidate even longer. It usually likes to do that, and you can see it in the past. When we have moves up, I mean, Tesla is basically extremely bullish regarding its general trend, its all-time trend actually, and you can see the 9s here back in the sideways movement, topping the price perfectly almost every time. Actually, again here. This is quite insane here, and here again on the weekly. So this is pretty awesome in my opinion. And you can see this volume here on the weekly just going completely nuts. So we yeah, as I said, you can see Tesla goes parabolic, kind of consolidates on top, moves even higher, but doesn't retrace too far, just far enough to cool off RSI and to consolidate further or move up and down. So yeah, what I meant, what I mean to say is that maybe we will never retest this resistance. You can see what I did back here. Of course, the past isn't the complete and other indicator for future price moves, but you can use it as a helpful indicator, of course, to add to your analysis. So yeah, you can see we consolidated, never retested, and well, we broke out again as we did back here. So maybe this is the start of a huge sideways movement. We have to wait and see. but for now I think 1000 is still a likely target. We could get a bull trap where we move higher above the high, go to 1000, and then retrace hard. I mean, RSI is still extremely overbought currently, but you can see what it did back in the day. It just creeped up a bit slower, but still quite fast, and then divergence kicked in, and we topped and retraced. Well, not too far, but still a healthy retracement, 40%. So if we would retrace 40% from the top, well, it would be around 587, around 590. So yeah, we have to wait to see how long this goes. But yeah, you can see also we topped here on 9, had a green chip of a green 1, moving into another 9, and then another 9, which topped the price and began the retracement. So we had a triple 9 here, which then signaled a reversal on Tesla. So yeah, but for now, of course, Tesla remains in bullish territory, although it's too overbought, and I wouldn't just, or I would only day trade this. I wouldn't hold it until we see further consolidation, but that's my opinion. Of course, the fundamentals are very bullish in general. So, I mean, trend lines seem to remain intact. Maybe you could play this like a hyperwave, but we have to wait and see. Yeah, but yeah, looking still bullish, of course. Indicators are moving nicely. Moving averages are also in alignment. Consensus would say to be bullish. 21 is still grinding the price. Setup trend line still far away from this high, so a lot of room for higher low, especially on the weekly chart. If we get the higher low, then we have an extremely large space to do so. Monthly currently on the 6, so also extremely large space for a higher low on the monthly time frame. So I think that's it, and we would now move on to Tesla, to Apple, and definitely stay tuned. Watch the video to the end. We are going to talk about Amazon for the last one, and Amazon is quite important in my opinion, and which is one of the best trades possible for now. So definitely stay tuned. And yeah, we're going ahead with Apple. You can see Apple is still consolidating here on the top, looking like a bull flag, and actually an ascending triangle. If you were to look closer, we can look at a 4-hour. You can see how we are consolidating here with this top resistance line being horizontal, and this sort of, yeah, you can try it like that. Maybe you can connect these. Oh, it works. Nice. That works. Okay, that's not too bad. So that's nice. Maybe this will be, yeah, this looks quite good in my opinion. Looks like an ascending triangle. We almost have 3 touches. We have 3 touches on the bottom. Maybe we could even say we have 4 touches. Yeah, okay, that's very nice. We have 4 touches on the bottom. This trend line seems to be very valid. If this gets violated, I would look for this low to be touched at 300, or the setup trend line to be off support in next future. But I wouldn't. This would have to be very, very extreme to break the trend. So yeah, the trend still remains intact, of course. Looking pretty damn bullish on the daily chart. Is there any 9? No. Yeah, we're going to have a green count rather soon if this trades above these, and then we would have a 1. Of course, we would like a green 2 above a green 1 to break the resistance to be a perfect entry for the T sequential indicator. But yeah, you don't always get a perfect trade, but of course, if you are in bullish positions, then you would remain in those, in my opinion, or at least I would do so. And if you don't have a position, I think you could enter up here weekly is still overbought, of course, but it's grinding down. And oh, that's interesting. We're going to have a green 9 the next week, so maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I would be more cautious. Yeah, we had an aggressive 13 with a sequential 13. Didn't basically got ignored. So yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe this weekly 9 would be a 999 again, like on Tesla. Maybe it will be maybe it will be of importance. But yeah, as I said, we have to wait and see. But daily, of course, is still looking pretty bullish. Yeah, okay. You could enter upon here with a stop loss below the lows or below this low. Depends on what your risk aversity is and how large it is. So moving on to Twitter. Oh, we are on a green 1, green 9 cell on the hourly chart, I'm to say. So yeah, we had this broadening wedge to the upside. I don't like broadening wedges, but you know, I drew it because it fits very nicely. We had 2 9s topping the price. These would have been a nice sell, but yeah, TD sequential is looking pretty neutral and bullish for the short term on the daily. I don't like this chart. I think it's very choppy, except for this, of course. But I don't like to trade these wedges. We retested on resistance, so that's actually pretty good. We still have important resistance here around 40-ish. So we have to wait and see how price reacts to that. 3-day. We had never had a green 2 or 3 above a green 1. We had this extremely nice selling candle here on 3-day. I didn't look at that. That's actually pretty amazing. What happened here? So that's nice to see. Also with this break, you know, that's very nice actually. That's October. These few charts, and that's October. I mean, I'm regularly surprised how thin traded stocks are because of the weekends. Yeah, of course, compared to crypto trading 24/7. But yeah, Twitter. I don't like this chart. I wouldn't have, you can see it's very choppy, large gaps. We still would say we have to fill this gap, but this is actually an island. So an island are where you have two gaps, each around the same level horizontally, which don't get filled, and you have this this space which and that's because you say it's an island. It has no direct connection to other price, and you know, islands are when price moves down, gaps right here, moves lower, finds a base, gaps up, creates another gap around here, and then moves higher. So they are bullish on the bottom and bearish on the top. So yeah, that's almost an island. Yeah, you could say that's an island right here. And yeah, I would also say that's an island, although it's a bit extended. So that's actually quite bullish, and would have made looking at higher prices and maybe even to break 45. But we have to wait and see how Twitter reacts. And yeah, weekly. Yeah, not telling me too much. This could be an ascending triangle if it moves long enough and stays healthy. Then you could argue that this would be one. We have horizontal resistance, so that's nice to have, of course, because if that level breaks, then the prior level will break most likely too. Yeah, not looking too bad in my opinion. We have higher lows. Maybe even moving into an equilibrium. Maybe that would also be the possibility to have an symmetrical triangle, but it's not too nicely forming. yeah, so yeah, I just don't like this chart. So moving on to Google. Google consolidating at the top once more, looking pretty bullish, forming a bull flag. Maybe even looking to break this rather soon. We're on a green 7. We're going to have a 9 rather soon. Maybe this will be of importance. We have to wait and see. 9s, I mean, they topped the price sort of, but they just started consolidation. So you even could have entered on the 9s prior and would have made a nice trade in the long run, or in the intermediate run. So we have to wait and see how this 9 plays out, and if it is of importance. But until then, this trend looks pretty strong in my opinion. Looking healthy. You could draw a trend line. Maybe it wants to retest that level, but I wouldn't bet on it. So that's not what I wanted to do. So moving averages are bullish and are in alignment, a huge space between them. So still a lot of room for consolidation. On the weekly, it's not too overbought. Still remains, yeah, as I said, not overbought and not too bearish of a sign. Weekly is in the 9 and a green 9. We had a green 9 prior. This will be a double 9, or this was a double 9. Didn't top the price, so if this starts to be a green 1 above this 9, and then we have a green 2 above the green 1, then this would be a very nice trade for the upside, although it's a bit overextended, and maybe we are going to retest 1300, but I wouldn't bet on it. So yeah, maybe in the long run we will, but the trend still is healthy, and trading bullish is the thing, or trading long is the thing to do, in my opinion. Also on Google, I mean, these stocks, of course, are very similar. Stock market is going up, so these are most likely to. Monthly is at a 6, so also not bearish, and still remains bullish on the TD sequential. So this is Amazon, as I said. One of the nicer trades in my opinion. This is the 3-day chart. This would have been a nice trade here to the upside with a green 2 above a green 1. As I said already, these trades are usually very nice. We had this green 2 above this green above this green 1, so at this gap you should have entered and would have made a nice trade. We topped on a 9 shortly, which started then consolidation. So that's that's what we are currently in, and we are forming a bull flag above the highs. So that's of course bullish. You can see how we topped on a 9 on the daily chart. Here, weekly is at a 4, so that's of course still bullish. Monthly is at a 3. We had a green 2 above this green 1. This would have been your entry point as we broke 1900. And you would have made very well for yourself if you looked at this indicator. So we had very nice consolidation here on the top, and looking like an ascending triangle. Basically, we are grinding moving averages. Moving averages are all in alignment. A lot of space between them, so that's bullish. Weekly, moving averages are going to cross. We're going to have, well, we had a cross today, or this week I meant to say, of the 21 and 50 weekly moving averages. So that's of course bullish, and they are now all in alignment. On daily chart, 100 is going to cross the 200 rather soon. Maybe this will even send price higher. We have huge space to the setup trend line here, these green spots. So that's of course bullish too. So yeah, I mean, if you are in bullish positions, then you should well, I would remain in those. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would remain in those. Ride them up, and yeah, if you don't have a bullish position, I think this would still be a nice area for a trade for the upside, since we aren't too extended. internal and are above important resistance. So yeah, I think that's it. Almost or over now 20 minutes again. What you gonna do? Yeah, I think that's internal pretty nice overview on the important stocks. Oh yes, and Facebook also you know, was an ascending triangle basically, or you know, almost ascending triangle, still bullish, very nice uptrend, remains intact. TI sequential TI isn't sensing anything bad, still on the bullish count, so very similar to other stocks. Yeah, I think that's it. Going to wrap it up now. Hope you have a good rest of your week. Maybe we're going to see each other tomorrow. Hope so, at least. Think that will happen. So stay tuned. As I said, subscribe, leave a like, comment, click that bell, share, whatever, you know. Do that good stuff. Help me out, help you out. Doesn't cost you anything. And follow me on Instagram. Leave a like, and the same on my TradingView account, EnlightenedTrading, and also here EnlightenedTrading underscore enlightened underscore trading underscore, and yeah, you hear EnlightenedTrading. So yeah, I think that's it, and see you guys and girls back next time. Bye.